welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Brianna, aka Dollface PA. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Thank you for returning. You're loyal and I love you. So today I'm going to be talking about maintaining certification. So sometimes, once the dust settles, once you're a PA, you're certified, you start your job, you're getting into the groove of things, you may find yourself asking like, what now? Like, now what? So maintaining certification is a big deal, obviously, because you want to remain certified, and in most cases have to remain certified in order to remain employed. The first thing that's going to be major is maintaining your CME. So there are 5 2-year CME cycles every 10 years. And so CME just means continued medical education, and they do them in 10-year segments. And at the end of every 10 years, you have to take the PAN-RE. So you take the PANCE, which is the Physician Assistant National Certification Exam. And then 10 years after being certified, you have to take another exam to be recertified, which is known as the PAN-RE. So the Physician Assistant National Recertification Exam. So within that 10-year period, every 2 years, there's going to be a CME cycle. And during that time period, you are responsible for accumulating 100 continued medical education hours for each 2 years. So roughly 50 hours a year. And so CME is broken up into 2 categories. There's category 1, there's category 2. Category 1 are your CME credits that you'll get from conferences or licensure such as ACLS or BLS, things like that. The difference is that category 1 is coming from a licensing or credentialing organization. So maybe the American Heart Association is the organization that is credentialing your ACLS. And for each certification that you have, it will tell you how many credits you get. And you log them on the nccpa.net website, and you have to have 100 of them for each 2-year period in order for your license to remain valid. So you do this 5 times before it's time to take the PAN-RE. One thing is going to be important to find out with your job. Does your job offer CME money? A lot of jobs will say, every year we give you $1,500 for conferences, the expenses associated with that conference. And it's really nice because some of my funnest vacations have been CME trips. My coworkers and I had gone to New Orleans a couple of years back for a hospital medicine CME conference, and it was amazing. Everything was paid for. It was great. It's kind of like a paid vacation. Also, you will want to find out from your job, do you get CME days? And so these days come out from a bank separate from your PTO. So the time that you're taking off to go to these conferences will come out of your CME bank. So not only are you getting days to go participate in these conferences, you're getting paid to do it as well. And I think it's really important that you work for an institution that is committed to the furthering of your medical education in this way. And so that's definitely something to be mindful of when you're looking for jobs. Just to inquire about what do they offer in the way of continued medical education. For category 2, that's more like journal reading or things that you're doing on your own time to further your medical education. All of these things you have to log them on NCCPA. I think the difference is with category 1, you kind of have to provide proof of those. Usually anytime you're doing anything category 1 CME, they will always give you a certificate, and it says how many credits the course or the conference or whatever you did is going to count towards your CME. So it's nice. And I mean, another thing is up to date. If you use up to date, which almost all healthcare providers do, definitely make a login, because every time you search something on up to date, you'll notice in the top right of the computer, it's logging CME hours for you. And so honestly, you could get all 100 credits just off up to date. If you were unable to go to a conference or you weren't really able to attend other things the way that you wanted to during that 2-year time period, up to date is considered category 1. And that's major because we all use up to date as our holy grail for medicine. And so that's also something to keep in mind. So at the end of the 5 2-year CME cycles, you will have to take the PAN-RE, which you do have to pass in order to maintain your certification. Another thing is that you have to make sure that your state license is up to date. I know it varies from state to state. Here in New York, your state license is valid for 2 years because I just had to renew my state license, and the cost varies widely between states. Shockingly, here in New York, it's really not that expensive. It's like, I want to say like less than $100. Maybe it is $100 exactly. But I know in other states it can be very expensive. I've heard varying prices. So that is something that you have to stay on top of, as well as your DEA. In order to be a prescriber, you have to have a valid DEA license, and that has to be renewed every 3 years, and it's very expensive. I had to renew mine last year. I think it's like $800, but thankfully my job paid for it. Most jobs do, but some do not. So that is also something that you would want to inquire about with your employer upon hiring, because that's a pretty penny to be coming out of pocket. So DEA has to be up to date, state license has to be up to date, and your national certification license, which is your PAC, your Certified Physician Assistant Licensure, will remain up to date as long as you have your CME. And if you're at that 10-year mark already, you pass your PAMRE. And so that's pretty much it. Outside of that, and of course, being employed, there's really not much to maintaining your physician assistant license. It's pretty seamless. Next week is PA week. In my prior video, I said it was October 5th. It's actually October 6th through October 12th. And as I told you guys in my previous video, I kind of wanted to do something special for PA week. So what I think I'm going to do is this. I can't promise that I'm going to post the video every day, but maybe every other day. I'm going to be posting several videos next week of just various things. It's going to be a little bit different from the tempo of what you're probably used to seeing on my channel, but it's going to be very much so the day-to-day of what it looks like being a PA, really getting into the lifestyle aspect of it. And I'm looking forward to it. My job is very, very heavily run by PAs, and so they really go all out for PA week. We have celebrations all week at work. I want to capture some of that and just piggyback off of some of my other videos, and you'll see. Just subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss it, because it's going to be good, it's going to be fun, and we're going to have a blast. And I'm very excited about PA week. So if you know any PAs, don't forget to send them your love next week, because next week is our week to be celebrated. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up, email, Instagram, Twitter if you have any questions. You guys be blessed. Bye.